Okay, recording. Sometimes I'm looking and trying to see if this thing is recording up here. All right, so good afternoon, good Monday afternoon, YouTube. Take these off. Those are my readers. I don't wear glasses. Gosh, those mess with your vision. But they do help me when I read. My eyes are a little tired as I've aged. And when I read, I will wear readers. Other than that, like when I'm looking long distance, I can see pretty good. I've always traditionally in my life had pretty good vision. I was still am, but was a really good shot with a rifle and with a pistol. In my military time, the 21 years I did in the Marines, I was always rifle expert, pistol expert. Went to school to be a rifle and pistol coach, and so I taught marksmanship at a high level and was the designated marksman in the Marine Corps of my unit, my platoon, whatever, where it's kind of, for those of you who understand military, veterans out there, you can understand this. For those of you who don't, you're like that platoon's unschooled sniper. So snipers go to a formal school traditionally in the Marine Corps. That MOS is 8541, I believe. Well, I went to school to be an 8531, which is primary marksmanship instructor or range coach, rifle and pistol coach. And it's a 2-week-long course. I took mine at Quantico, Virginia. It was actually taught right next to the sniper school at that time, which was at Camp Upshur in Quantico. We were in the squad bay style barracks right next to the Marine sniper students who were doing their course, their stalkings, their stalking the 1,000-yard stalks, all their good stuff. And then we had our course next to theirs because there was a billeting issue, so we got to be stationed right next to the snipers. So we benefited from that. Not to mention that we were taught this course by the Marine Corps' rifle team. Now, the Marine Corps' rifle team, that at that time when I went, who taught us, I think 4 of those guys were Marine Corps school-trained snipers. The chief instructor of that course was a gunnery sergeant. He was an 8541 sniper. And so when he taught us marksmanship fundamentals, which we already knew the fundamentals, but when he emphasized the really deep stuff, he basically drew from his time as a Marine sniper and showed us everything that he knew as a Marine sniper, gave us the benefit of his knowledge of wealth, and schooled us on a higher plane of learning for marksmanship. And so we benefited from that. It was a big benefit when I went to that school because it was only 2 weeks in length, but we learned so much beyond what was just in the curriculum of the course. We did some night shooting, shot with gas masks on. We shot unknown distances. We shot pop-up targets. Gosh, what else did we do? We studied. We read the books. We took exams. We had to learn how to make adjustments with the iron sights and corrections, and then teach that. And so we had to give periods of instruction to other students, and you get graded on that. And we also had to shoot a lot of rounds downrange. Like I said, pop-ups, known distance, unknown distances. We did a lot of police call. I remember picking up a lot of brass. We shot the pistol a lot. We qualified with the pistol. We shot that at unknown distances, and we definitely left that course qualified. You had to leave. Part of the course was qualifying on the rifle range and qualifying on the pistol range, and that's you couldn't become a marksmanship range coach or a PMI unless you qualified with the rifle and the pistol. If you couldn't basically qualify with those 2 things, you couldn't graduate that course. One of the prerequisites for even being accepted into that course, going into that course, was being an expert with the rifle. So I already had my rifle expert going into the course. But when I went into the course, I didn't have my pistol badge yet. So that course produced me to be a pistol shooter. I was able to qualify as an expert pistol shooter out of that course And so when I graduated the PMI school, I was a rifle expert multiple times already and a pistol expert first award. A lot of fun. I enjoyed the heck out of it. A lot of guys there that were friends. Matter of fact, there was a force reconnaissance team that was in that school with me. There was 4 guys from a recon team that had decided to take that course to enhance their skills for their recon team. So we had some force recon Marines there, some artillery Marines. We had motor T Marines, admin Marines, infantry Marines, fast company Marines. We had some really cool diversity of Marines, because when you're talking about Marine Corps marksmanship with a rifle and pistol, that's the entire Marine Corps. There's no specific, oh, just grunts, oh, just force recon. No, every Marine is a rifleman. Every Marine is a rifleman. That's our ethos from boot camp. So it was great to be a part of that whole thing, because the skills, man, invaluable. 2 weeks of shooting. That alone is fun, right? Okay, so the main reason I even started doing this video has nothing to do with shooting or marksmanship. What it's about is learning more about YouTube. And that's, you guys are watching this video. For those of you who are watching, I appreciate you for watching, because I am still basically an amateur YouTuber. I am not like a paid monetized YouTuber. I don't get paid to make these videos. I do it because I like sharing content. It's cathartic, but I consider myself somewhat of an educator. And that's what I was going to talk about, because if you classify things in 2 ways for YouTube, typically it's either you're an entertainer or an educator. There's other things too, but if you broaden it, go ahead. If not, if you narrow it down, educator or entertainer. And people who know me personally know that I can be entertaining at times. I like being entertained. I don't mind entertaining others. As you guys know, I am a DJ. Here's some of my speaker stuff, and you know, my booth, some lights and whatever. I am a DJ. That is an entertainment industry, entertainment-based industry. But it's also a service-based industry, because you provide a service for people if they need a DJ for a wedding, a corporate event, a birthday party. You are more than just an entertainer. If you're a DJ, you are also a service provider. So I kind of fall into both categories, but I would, generally speaking, as a YouTuber, I would consider myself more of an educator than I would as an entertainer. I don't get on a YouTube and start making everybody crack up or laugh or tell jokes or anything. I think I talk more about content, about what I want to share. And so anyways, I'm still learning a lot about that, constantly learning. And I think that's what I wanted to share about, is what I learned about YouTube and how to make my channel better. Now, I only have 168 subscribers, which there's people on YouTube that have thousands of subscribers, millions. But I'm proud of all 168 of my subscribers. What I'm proud of them for is the humility, the generosity that they have to watch my videos, to give me positive feedback and input down in the comments. Because again, I'm not a professional YouTuber. I don't know everything about being a YouTuber, but what I do know is I took speech in college, and I definitely took speech in the Marine Corps. Every military person has had to teach a POI, period of instruction, to get your content of your expertise out there to other military personnel, whatever branch. So if I'm a Marine and I got to talk about artillery to other Marines to teach, I got to know how to talk to them in a way that they grasp that skill set or whatever I'm trying to get across, so that therefore, if there's no commanders around, no captains, no majors, no lieutenant colonels, that they're confident that Corporal Calhoun, Sergeant Calhoun, Staff Sergeant Calhoun, even Lance Corporal Calhoun can instruct somebody else on how to operate this howitzer, how to load powder properly, how to set the time on a fuse so that it's properly done and safely done, so that they could see that you know how to teach your craft to the other Marines. So there's a certain way to do that, and everybody has their own style. personality. The main idea is to get across in the best way possible the ideas to those people to where they can go, aha, I understand it, and then they can therefore replicate that, practice it, duplicate it again, and then when you're not there, they can do it anyways because you taught them how to do it. There's a skill set to that. It's called being an educator. It's called being a teacher. It's called being an instructor. It's called being a knowledge giver. You pass something on. When you look at the Star Wars movies, Yoda taught Luke Skywalker. Obi-Wan Kenobi taught Luke Skywalker how to become a Jedi, how to become a better Jedi. First you become a Jedi, then you become a better Jedi, then you become a Master Jedi. You become like Yoda, who's the Master Jedi. So they had to pass on knowledge that was time of years and years of experience. So one of the things I learned today, watching YouTube, as I'm at home resting, because I got to go back to work tomorrow. Today's Monday. My back is really sore. I work a very physical job, and now I'm 53 years old, and my body's taking some time to get used to that. But hey, I'm making $500, $600 a week. I'm grateful. It's October now, October 5th. Yeah, and Thanksgiving's coming up. Christmas is right around the corner. I'm grateful to have a full-time job to where I can have some money to buy presents for people, buy food, put food on the table, participate with Thanksgiving, participate with Christmas, and get a whole bunch of things lined up that I need to do. And it's amazing how in our country we have so many opportunities to you can get a job, lose a job, get another job, lose a job, get another job. It's a beautiful thing. You just don't give up. All right, so look, here's what I want to talk about with the YouTube thing. And again, I'm learning as I go because I do want to get to 1,000 subscribers, but not because of the monetization thing. That's part of it, is that I do want to monetize my channel, but it's more of an endeavor of making an impact in the world with YouTube. And I think the more motivated I am to provide services through my life experiences, through talking about things that I experienced, through things that I learned, it just makes me want to do more of it. And if I can help somebody, motivate somebody through this medium, YouTube, and that's really what I want to do, because I feel edified by watching other people on YouTube when I see their videos and what they do and the generosity that they have in their hearts to share the information that they're sharing. And some of them don't have 1,000 subscribers, but yet their content is very professionally laid out. They might have 500, 600 subscribers, but they're doing it as though they're paid. That's cool. That's cool for me, because it's not about the money. They're doing it out of a genuine love for whatever the content is that they have. And that's how I feel about things. Like in the military, I use that a lot because I spent 21 years in the Marines. There was a time frame I remember back where there was a glitch with my pay, and I still would go to work and show up and run PFTs and just motivated, get there early and do my thing, and I loved it. And guys were like, how can you just show up and they're not paying you? And I was like, if I did this just for the money, then I'm not a really good example of what a Marine is. I'm doing this for far more than monetary compensation. And it took like 8 months before they figured out where the pay was getting sent to. It was like an old bank account that I had, and they had messed up, and it was cool. So I still got paid. In essence, I still got that money. But it didn't bother me that I wasn't getting paid. I didn't think about it. I just loved being a Marine, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a Marine more than anything else in my life, and I did it. I achieved that. It's like the highest pinnacle for me as far as jobs goes. The other thing I could think of is firefighter. I really respect what they do. Other than that, anything that you serve, where you serve people, I think just being a father is a big service. That's another job that's kind of thankless in a lot of times, but so necessary. As you guys see, without fathers, kids just don't have the things that they should have, the tools. Mothers, we love mothers, and we honor mothers. Mother's Day, we love mothers. I love my mom. Love her. She's gone to the the other side, but doesn't mean I don't love her any less, and I still try to honor her. I love my father as well, and I try to honor both of my parents' memories by living a life of honor. So it's invaluable. And I didn't get a chance to spend a lot of time with my father because he passed away when I was only 21. My mom I had all the way up until I was in my 40s, you know, so I had her a long time before her passing. And so I got a chance to spend a lot of time with my mom, and I really missed those years with my dad. I didn't get a lot of time with my dad. I wish I would have had more time with my dad. But I had a beautiful experience with my dad and beautiful experience with my mom those times, those years that I did have with them. Okay, so enough of the sad stuff, right? Back to what I was talking about. YouTube and YouTube content. What I learned, let me pass on what I learned today to you guys because I'm trying to further my knowledge. And as I learn this stuff, the stuff that I think that stands out, I want to pass that on because this really impacted me. And I was watching this guy's channel today, and I definitely subscribed. He's got like 1.6 million subscribers, so he clearly knows something. Okay, so one of the things he said that stood out to me was, who is it serving, your channel, and what problems do you solve for them? So that was the number one thing that made me go, wow, that's a deep question. Who is your channel serving, and what problems do you solve for them? So for me, I'm like, wow, who am I serving? Am I self-serving? Am I serving others? Who am I serving? And then what problems do I solve for the people that I'm serving? Am I solving problems for myself? Am I solving problems for you, my viewers? So that was a deep question, and so I stopped there for a minute because there was more stuff, but that made me pause. So I paused with that. It made me want to make this video, actually. That's the question that made me want to make this video. So I'll tell you what I think. Who I think I'm serving is anyone who ever watches my channel. And that could be anybody who's ever experienced anything to where the things that I've shared help you. I've gone through some personal stuff that I've shared here that's kind of like intimate, personal, like my marriage. I went through a really tough time with a really difficult marriage that didn't work out. It was a bad marriage, and by all accounts, we should have separated and got a divorce, and that's what happened. But through the process of me going through that, I shared some of those emotional things. So if anybody out there has gone through that or is going to go through that, you can look at my videos. Maybe it'll impact you in a way that's like, wow, that's what I felt, or that's what it was like for me, or, you know, something to that effect. And I want to make sure that somebody doesn't do anything that they regret. There's a lot of people out there that do bad things because of a bad marriage, and they make a bad choice, and they do harm or physical damage, or they wind up in prison or something because marriages are difficult at best. I think it's a beautiful thing to be married. I appreciate the institution of marriage, the way God created man and woman to be one. It's an expression of love on earth from God's wholeness for us to be married. It's a beautiful thing. Man and woman coming together as one. And when it works, it's amazing. It takes work, it takes effort, it takes prayer, it takes advice, it takes trial and error. It takes forgiveness. It takes a willingness to say you're sorry, to learn, to listen, to just never give up, all those things. But when you have something that's unworkable, which I think ours was, and I gave it all I had, I don't feel any guilt on that. It was best not to get any further because it was getting worse and worse. So for those of you who have dealt with that or are post-divorce, maybe my videos serve you, you know, because I did post some stuff. Okay, so that's, I think, on that note. And then on other stuff, for people who are thinking about going in the military, you could pick my brain. I did 21 years of service in the Marines, and I went all over the world, served in Korea on the DMZ, in Okinawa, Japan, 29 Palms, California, Camp Pendleton, California, Seal Beach, California, Quantico, Virginia, you know, you name it. Gosh, we trained in Fort Polk, Louisiana with the Army, Fort Bliss, Texas with the Army, Fort Hood, Texas, Fort Sill, Oklahoma. Gosh, we were everywhere. You know, you name it. San Diego. Went up to San Francisco on a Liberty float. That was fun. Static displays. Shot artillery everywhere. Shot rifles and machine guns all over the place. M203 grenade launchers. AT-4 rocket launchers, set off Claymore mines, did martial arts training in the Marine Corps, achieved the rank of black belt through my martial arts training in the Marine Corps. So if you have any questions related to the military, especially specifically the Marine Corps, feel free to comment below, ask me any questions, message me anytime. I will be very happy to help you or share my experiences or answer the questions. So I do serve those who either served or who will serve or who want to serve or who have questions specifically regarding the Marine Corps. Specifically, I have 21 years of experience. I served 4 years on active duty and then a number of years in active drilling reserves, where I was actually going places and training. Received a ton of certificates, awards, promotions, so I can talk to you about the whole military process, the experience, what boot camp's all about, the Marine Corps boot camp process down at San Diego, MCRD, Marine Corps Recruit Depot. If you need any help with the physical fitness aspect or the mental aspect of that, getting prepared to go to boot camp, what to expect, feel free to talk to me about that. I had a great time in boot camp, graduated meritorious PFC. I did really well there. First class PFT and the whole 9 yards. So military stuff, please hit me. If you're going to go on deployment, hit me up on that. What to expect on deployments, what to expect when you're on ship, if you're a Marine on ship with the Navy. What if you're going to go artillery, talk to me about that. If you're going to be a designated marksman, ask me questions. I was a designated marksman. If you're a machine gunner, ask me questions. When I was on active duty, they sent me to a machine gun school within the battalion, and I had to carry a doggone M60, which before the 240. Then later on, I got trained on the 240, the 50 caliber machine gun. I became an instructor on teaching how to do headspace and timing on the 50 caliber machine gun because it was a part of our TO&E, which is table of organization. So we carried the 50 caliber machine gun, the Mark 19, the 240, and at that time the M249 SAW. So I had to learn those machine guns, and I got proficient with those. So any questions about those machine guns, talk to me. The AT-4 rocket launcher, talk to me. All right. So that's my military stuff, right? Now I attended Cerritos College for welding. I took a couple of courses there. I really liked it. I love welding. I want to pursue that more. So those courses were 16 weeks in length, and I studied all 4 processes of welding, which is stick welding, MIG welding, which is metal inert gas, TIG welding, tungsten inert gas, and then flux cord welding. Okay, so here's my welder. Okay, I bought this at Harbor Freight. This is my welding cart that I put together. Put my SIG out of the way. There is my basic setup for welding. There's your chart. And I am a trained welder with certificates. I am not a certified welder per se, meaning you have to get 6 to 7 classes and then pay a $150 fee to the city of Los Angeles, get tested by doing welds in front of an instructor, and then he inspects those welds and does the bend test. Afterwards, you pass, you get your certification. You are now a certified structural welder. You can go get hired on at $25–30 an hour and go do structural welds. I am not that certified welder, but I have 5 more classes to go. Like I said, I took 2 classes. I have 5 more to go. Then I'll be a certified welder. What I do have is every time you get a class, you get a certificate that says, hey, I've been trained on this process. Okay, so the certificates, they look like this. Break them out for you. This is what they look like. Weld 100, which is welding fundamentals. It's got my name. Cerritos College of Welding Technology, certificate of completion. Instructor was Johnny Nunez. 72-hour course, which is 16 weeks because you get, every time you go, it's like an hour and then, whatever. So, and then this course, which was welding 60, so welding metal fabrication safety certificate, which was an OSHA certified safety course, 18 hours. This is the one. This was 8 hour or 1 hour a day, so it was 18 weeks actually. So because this was 1 hour a day for 18 weeks, and then this was like 18 weeks, but it was like 2.5 hours a day or something. So that's my certificates from welding. And then it's forklift school. And then here is, I'm also a machinist, so there's my certificate of perfect attendance from NTMA, which is a machinist college, private college. So, okay, my welding stuff, I like it, I'm going to pursue it, and it's definitely something I really enjoy it, and I want to see if I can get hired as a full-time welder. I went to school after that break was over, after I took those welding courses. I went to machinist school, which was a 7-month full-time 5 days a week course, which makes you a certified machinist at a place called NTMA. This is the school right here. Oh, it's probably backwards. Anyways, the school's been around since 1968. It's a full-time college, private college. It's eligible for the GI Bill for military folks. It's eligible for financial aid because it is a fully accredited private college. You do get college credit that is transferable as engineering credit to certain schools, certain universities. They matriculate that. You have to talk to the counselor if you're going to go to a 4-year university, and they will tell you at that particular university how many college credits they will give you for engineering, math, or whatever, because we had to study trigonometry, geometry, and basic math, shop math. So we didn't do anything more than that, which was basic math, which is shop math, you know, multiplication and subtraction, but we really focused on a lot of geometric principles, which there are 21 geometric principles. I didn't know that before I went there. I didn't know anything about geometry. Then we had to study trigonometry, which was the study of triangles. And that was difficult, but I liked it. And I really, really dug it. I really like trigonometry. I really like geometry. It made me want to learn more about geometry and trigonometry. So that's what that's all about. So pick my brain about machinist schooling, the training that's involved in machining, the kind of tools that you're going to use in machining, which anybody who's a machinist understands what this is. A micrometer. This little bad boy right here is a measuring tool. Okay, and it measures it up into like thousandths of an inch, which is really small. So here's got a little scale right there for you. So this little OD mic, outside diameter micrometer, that's what we call it, the OD mic. Let's say outside diameter, I mean you're measuring the outside diameter of whatever you're measuring. That's an expensive tool, by the way. It's a couple $100 just for that. Then there's another tool that you'll learn while you're at machining school, if you ever take machining as a trade, is this right here. This is dial calipers. These are the 6-inch variety. Okay. Also for measuring the outside diameter of something. And it's got a scale there, as you can see. These are also expensive. And these are made, I forgot what this, I think it was made in Japan. Anyways, but these are really good. And then steel rule, 6-inch steel rule. Every machinist knows these basic tools. Okay, so that's a little bit about machining. I still have all the textbooks, the fundamentals of machining, the blueprint reading. You will study a lot of blueprints in welding as well. The welding blueprints and the machining blueprint courses are they're different. Welding blueprints, I think, was a lot easier than machining. Machining blueprints is a lot more detailed, a lot more involved. So ask me questions about becoming a machinist, which I am a certified machinist. I graduated the course. Ask me questions about being a welder. So on this note of who is your channel serving and what problems do you solve for them, I am serving military people, those who want to go into the military, machinists, those who have questions about becoming a machinist, welders, those who are interested in becoming a welder, somebody who's interested in purchasing a welding machine for home hobby use or personal use, or maybe you're starting a small business. By the way, I recommend this. This is a $400 welder. I got it for $300, brand new from Harbor Freight. The cart itself, I got a deal of like 20 bucks, but that's like a $40 or $50 cart. And then your welding helmet. So ask me about that. If you want to ask me about firearms, please go ahead. I am a firearms instructor. I do own firearms. I am a free Second Amendment supporting citizen. I can talk to you about marksmanship safety, firearm safety, general firearms, shotguns, pistols, rifles. I have all that stuff, and I still stay sharp on those skills. I practice. I dry fire. I go to the range when I can, money permitting for the ammo cost and all that stuff. So that's another group of people who I'm serving. Who else am I serving? I talked to you guys about being a DJ. One of my speakers right there. And with my DJ business, I do a lot of lighting. Lighting is a really big part of my DJ business. It's actually one of my upselling features of my DJing, other than being a mixologist or a turntablist or somebody who just plays music and gets on the microphone. I like to really accent one of my performances with some really nice professional lighting. That's big for me. It's something I really like. So you can ask me about that. These are Intimidator Spot 260s. I have a couple of these. These are very, very powerful. They cost about 650 bucks each. They are 75 watt bulbed LEDs with 6 rotating gobos inside. And I have some videos about these, so you can watch the videos about those if you so desire. I do have some videos on YouTube. If you scroll down, you can find plenty of videos about my Intimidator Spot 260s by Chave DJ. So I'm serving anybody interested in intelligent lighting or accent lighting or uplighting. Ask me and I will tell you. Leave comments about that. You want to talk to me about DJing? I love DJing. It's fun. It's something I've done for a long time. That is it's an act of love for me, because I love being able to bring memories to people for weddings, graduation parties, corporate events, anniversaries, things that are family oriented, bring people together, social events. You're creating these memories with music, and it's awesome. Being a DJ is a lot more than just hitting a button and playing music. It's a lot more than that. You're creating memories, you're getting on the microphone, you're inflecting your personality out into the crowd, and you're reading the crowd to get an ebb and flow of the feel of the vibe. Are you creating people, you want people to dance, burn some calories, you want people to take a break, certain kind of music you're going to play for those kinds of things. So that's another thing that I think is part of my audience as YouTube, is people who are interested in DJing, becoming a DJ. Are you a new DJ? Are you wanting to become a DJ? Ask me. If you're a DJ already, comment, talk to me. I am very open to always receiving more and more information about DJing, because I think it's a great side business, or just a great full-time business. Okay, so that's another thing. Who am I serving? What problems do I solve? DJing on top of welding and all that. And I guess the last two things would be physical fitness, lifelong physical fitness as it relates to health and wealth, strength training, which is one of my emphases, push-ups, dips, weightlifting. That's something I like. But just lifelong health and fitness, taking care of yourself, eating right, the right mindset, running, push-ups, stretches, dips, pull-ups, sit-ups. I do that as a way of life, more so than a way of showing off and going to the beach and wearing muscle shirts. It's just part of who I am as a Marine, as just somebody who appreciates the body that God gave me, that I want to take care of it and maintain it. So talk to me about lifelong fitness, health and wellness, positive mindset, and diet and exercise, especially when it comes to strength training. There's a certain diet that would that would benefit a training athlete. Okay, so now that is out of the way. Martial arts, please talk to me. I love judo, I love jiu-jitsu, I love taekwondo, I love Kyrgyzstan. I can't even pronounce it, but when I was in Japan, we studied Japanese karate in Okinawa for 6 months, and I have a hard time pronouncing it, but it's Kyrgyzstan karate, and I love that form. It's really awesome. I love Shotokan as well. Shotokan is another Japanese style that you can find in Okinawa. There's several styles in Japan, but Kyrgyzstan, it was my personal favorite. And I apologize if I'm murdering that term, but I studied Taekwondo, I studied Judo, and I studied Jiu-Jitsu, and I studied a little bit of Shotokan, but Kyrgyzstan. Anyways, so martial arts questions. I'm a big fan of the UFC. I've trained in martial arts in the Marine Corps. I'm a black belt in that system, which is the Marine Corps martial arts system. Black belt instructor trainer. If you're interested in promoting within the Marine Corps system, holler at me, holler at your boy. I still got my textbooks. I still got all the forums. I still try to keep that going in my life as a way of conditioning my mind as a combatant, a martial mindset, somebody who's always should be ready to defend my family, defend myself. So talk to me about Marine Corps martial arts or just martial arts in general. Thumbs up to that. Combative mindset. One mind, any weapon. Okay, so hopefully I'm serving an audience there. And another thing, safety is big with me, and tools. Like, so safety gear. Like your protective gear, like your eyewear. Like these right here are ANSI rated. Okay, they may look weird to you, but they will keep your vision. Okay, they're very good. They hold on your face very well. I wore these all through welding school. They're excellent, and you wear these under your welding hood. And whenever you're in the shop, you wear these. When I was in the machine shop at machine shop school, we had these on every day. Well, they had theirs. I had these on every day. These are called bombers. They're really good. And wearing safety goggles, helmets, gloves. For welders, you know you got to wear gloves. So talk to me about safety as it pertains to power tools, as it pertains to shop safety, as it pertains to welding safety, as it pertains to structural welding safety, as it pertains to martial arts. There's a lot of safety things you got to do there as well. As it pertains to firearms, holler at me, man. Let's talk safety. Muzzle awareness, you know, all the safety rules. Don't point at anything unless you intend to shoot it, destroy it, kill it. Keep your finger straight and off the trigger at all times. Never point your weapon at anything or anyone. Treat every weapon as if it were loaded at all times. So we got that aspect too. So talk to me about all that kind of stuff, because I'm willing to talk to you about it. So my audience, according to that question, hopefully I'm serving somebody along those lines. And faith. So I have a faith in God. I believe in Jesus Christ. I believe that he rose from the dead and he died for our sins. If you have spiritual questions as it pertains to faith in the Bible, Christian, that's my faith. I am always willing to talk about my Lord and Savior. Leave comments below about that. Share scriptures. We pray together. Leave a prayer request down there. You leave a prayer request, I will pray for you on this channel. So that's what I got on that. And what I want to leave you with is, real quickly, after talking about all those things I just talked about, is what a couple of things I learned about YouTube from this guy I was talking to you about. Is identify 5 successful channels doing what you do. So if your YouTube channel just serves one purpose, look at 5 different people that do that. Like if you're into drones, aerial drones, look at 5 successful aerial drone guys that's all they do. Okay, another one is competition is good. It shows there's a need for what you like. So if there's like 20,000 YouTube videos on DJing, you could be 20,001. Don't see that as oh, it's overwhelming. Be it like, hey, you know what? There's a lot of interest in this. Let's compete. Let's see who's the better person. Let's, Not that anybody's better than anybody, but it's good to have competition, basically. Study successful channels. Look at all the successful channels out there. See things that they do. Pick up on them. That's what I'm doing. I just learned that specifically, but I've always done that. I just look at the successful channels and I try to pick out little things that they do that would benefit me, help my channel. Don't wait to be perfect. Start posting videos like I'm posting this one. Your videos don't have to be polished. Just record, upload, and post. All right? Determine who you are in essence, an educator or an entertainer. I think of myself as more of an educator. That's me, but you know, I'm sure I can be entertaining at times. Is your content selfish or service related? I would like to think that I am more service related content versus selfish, meaning if I don't get paid or if I'm not at 1,000 viewerships or 1,000 subscribers, that's okay. I just hope I'm providing a good service to anyone out there who I can benefit, because I know I've benefited from other YouTubers. Okay, so I think it says here, be ready to serve others' needs. I hope I'm ready for that, meaning you talk to me, I'll answer you, okay? Do you think about your audience first or don't you? I do. I do think about you guys, and I appreciate all 168 of you people that are my subscribers, and I am your subscribers for sure. If you subscribe to me, best believe I'll subscribe back to you. That's a fact. Okay, post videos often. I need to pick up my game there. I do it, but intermittently, because I'm, you know, work and church and those kinds of things in my workouts, but I need to integrate that posting videos more as part of my life, because I really do like YouTube a lot. So I need to kind of put that in my head and pick up the pace on posting more videos. Okay, success leaves clues. So when you see somebody else who's successful, follow it, check it out. There's a clue. Pick up on the clues. Okay, you can draft in their wake. If you start doing things likewise that they do, and drafting in their wake is a term when you draft in the race world, you know what that means. Like people who ride professional bikes, like the Lance Armstrong type guys or NASCAR guys, if there's a head car, then behind him there's this pocket of air that doesn't drain energy from your car or your bicycle riding skills, because you're drafting in the wake of their they're fighting the wind, so you don't have to fight the wind. So if they're moving and grooving, get in their wake and draft. All right. Get wisdom from others' mistakes. Some YouTubers will be open about mistakes they've made over the years. Follow those advices that they give you so that you can avoid those mistakes, and therefore you don't have to worry about taking longer to get better. That was what I think the last thing is. Shorten your learning curve. Yeah, so by investing in wisdom, read books on the topics that you're talking about. I try to do that. Like when it comes to welding, I've read books on it. I still do. I still have my machining books. So read. Fitness, oh yeah, I got fitness and nutrition books up to yin yang. So read, and then learn, and that shortens your learning curve. Don't go it alone. So connect with others, and because iron sharpens iron. As iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. So team up with people who are like-minded. Like my next venture, I haven't gotten into it fully yet, is I want to become a drone pilot, do aerial cinematography. Mostly to advance my DJing services, but not just that, because I can do weddings and stuff like that, wedding cinematography and wedding videography as a part of my DJing business. But even more so, I just have an interest in it. I think it's cool as heck. I think drone flying and aerial cinematography and aerial photography, it's just cool, man. I think it's incredible. I like drones. It's a gadget, but I like that stuff. So I'm learning as I go. That's why I haven't really posted a whole lot, but there is a video of me flying my drone. I have a drone. It's an entry-level drone. It was like only $109 from Amazon. And so I have that right here. It's a little cheap drone, but it's fun, and it taught me a lot about drone flying. So the next one is going to be the DJI Mavic Mini. I've already downloaded the app for free, the DJI Fly More app. So I got to study that, and I watched a lot of videos on YouTube about the DJI Mavic Mini because that's the drone I'm gonna buy, and it does some really, really good cinematography, some cinematic effect. It has a longer range, it has a long battery life. It really, a lot of professionals use that. Even though it's a small drone, it's only 249 grams. You don't have to register with the FAA, which is only a $5 registration fee, by the way. But it can still do professional quality video, and that's what I want to get because it's inexpensive, and you're getting a lot for that drone at the value. It's amazing. So I want to get into it, and do some videography and cinematography, some aerial cinematography. And what do? I study the good YouTubers who are really good at that, DJI Mavic Mini, and I learn from them because they know more than I do about it. And then as I get better, I'm going to be posting videos about that. When I order it, I'm going to buy it on Amazon or whatever. And I might do an unboxing so you guys can see how excited I am when it comes in the mail in Amazon and be like, hey, he got his drone. Brian got his drone, you know. So, okay, so that's it, man. I just wanted to talk about a bunch of stuff like that. Tell you guys I'm trying to be more committed to this YouTube thing, to this community, and pray for me. Leave your comments below, good or bad. You want to send some criticisms, go right ahead. We got to be thick-skinned. I'm not offended. And if you guys want me to pray for you, leave that prayer request in the comments. And I appreciate you guys for watching my channel. If this is long-winded, even if this, because this video is 46 minutes, if it's too long, let me know, man. But thanks a lot again for all you guys' support. Let me know what I can do for you. And I'll see you guys sooner than later because I'm going to do more videos more often. Staff Sergeant Calhoun from Whittier, out.